Wave.
I always just think back to like my 10-year-old self. He'd be losing his mind. When he doesn't get a point, they have 1 win and 19 losses. Like, how insane is that?
21 straight seasons of a point per game or better. That is insane.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Wingmen, your hookup to hockey. We are your hosts. I'm Brady Tkachuk.
And I'm Matthew Tkachuk. This week, we discuss what's been going on around the league, what's been going on with our teams. We discuss our picks for the NHL Awards and a couple of great scraps, one in the null and one in the dub. That's the dub. League Load, I'm Brady. Always started off every single week with this segment. It seems like a lot's been going on this week around the National. People don't really... Well, first of all, before we get into all the other stuff that's happened not on our teams, let's talk about our teams first. So it's been a few games since we played against you. Mm-hmm. I think last episode was a few days before the game against you here in Florida, where we did the episode here in Florida at the rink. Great setup, by the way. That was holy shit. Mm-hmm. What a podcast setup that was. Yeah. That was our first in-person one that we did, which was unreal. Holy shit. So many laughs. Great time. But the next few days we play against each other and then just talk about the last few games since then.
Yeah, well, it was an ass kicking in Florida. Not the game I know we expected or wanted. We just weren't ready to go. We were just let the frustration creep in and that wasn't a fun game whatsoever. And coming back home and having a huge win against Buffalo.
Yeah, almost you need those games though to like be like you'd
reset.
Rather lose some of those games. You'd rather lose like take a kick in the ass. That way you're like more motivated at the start of the next game, and then you come out and you guys have a huge win at home that next game.
Yeah, and just it's easy now to like ride the highs and lows, but it's for us it was just like a perfect reset button. Like, all right, like that was an unacceptable effort. Now we have a team that's top of the conference, top of the division. Like it's time to buckle up and find a way. And just the way we grinded that out, greased that out, that was a big confidence boost. And then playing on Saturday, this past Saturday versus Mini, they're just a great team. And we just couldn't really capitalize on our chances, and got to give credit. They played a great game. And then on Sunday played in Carolina, where that's a team that we like to play against or play like, just how little they give you, how hard they are to play against. That's something that I know we have tried to emulate, and I know like a lot of teams have.
Like the in your face, like
just a constant pressure and just the heaviness of like just not. I feel like every time you play against Carolina, like the D are in the winger's pocket, and you're at only way you're getting around is if you cheat a little bit and get a little puck luck. They're just so good of suffocating you, staying on top, and credit to our group. Second half, both teams were a second half of a back-to-back, but I thought we played an awesome game. That was a huge, huge game for our group, and now we're on to, this will come out after. We play this next game.
We're filming this way before.
We're filming this before, but we play Tampa, and it's the biggest one of the year. We're in the biggest ones of the year at this point now. So it's gonna be a challenge. Always has, always will be, and just gotta find a way. And I know everyone's really excited about it. So it's gonna be a big challenge.
Before we get into the pesky Cats with a big win over the Suns, by the way. You just got your name chanted. I don't know which game this was. Saw it on Twitter recently. What was that moment like? Was the whole stadium chanting it, or was it after the game? Was it after the 3 stars? I think so, right?
It was after the 3 stars, and I always kind of get giddy about it because you just, for some reason, I always just think back to like my 10-year-old self. I'm like, all right, like how cool would like all these dreams be, but to be in that moment and think about like just myself as a kid, like he'd be losing his mind, like knowing that this was happening and just couldn't believe it. So, it just always feel blessed. Always feel blessed with the support. And, these are the big games that everybody wants to play in. So just, not just myself, but our whole group being excited and no, I know the fans and crowd are excited for all these games. And we have, I think, 3 more home games left in the year and 5 huge games. So I wouldn't say everybody's on pins and needles isn't the right word, but everybody's just so excited, so committed, and so bought in that, these games are just fun. So
yeah, I actually got goosebumps seeing the video. I don't know why I didn't know when it was or for what game, but I got goosebumps. That's got to be a cool feeling, having like thousands of people chanting your name. The fans love you there, which is it's cool. That was a cool video. I literally got goosebumps for you. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. Like last year and like this year, and it's kind of sprinkling at times, but I mean, it's just like. It's crazy. Like, it's just like, you can't even believe like the support that you have. And it's just like, it makes you just, feel so special. And I mean, it gives you that much more juice to make everybody proud. And that you get that side at home and nothing better than getting booed on the road. So
yeah,
those are 2 of the highlights.
Oh yeah. I got booed in Pittsburgh, but hopefully after
did you really?
Hopefully, or during the game, hopefully after our first star, performance, you just had to answer questions about hockey after the game. But just going back, speaking of somebody else who loves you, Quinn Hughes.
Love Huggless. Love that.
Why
man.
did you? What happened there? My Twitter right now is just a constant like Brady Tkachuk did this, Brady Tkachuk did this, and then I see Brady Tkachuk and Quinn Hughes with a scrum after a 2-on-1. First of all, I don't know who you're with. You looked him off. You wanted to score right in front of Quinn.
I honestly just wanted to score Sally in front of him and just say what a shitty defensive play.
Quinn also so good defensively. He probably knew that you were going to shoot.
Yeah.
And it was like, I'm just going to bait him into trying to pass at last second. So it was probably the right move. And you get a little scrum.
Honestly, we were both thinking like, because I just know how like, because Fabes was coming. Fabes also the GOAT. Fabes was kind of coming. Like it was a 2-on-1, but Fabes was coming. So it was either going to have to rip the pass through the triangle, like the blade and the feet. And like, I just almost know how good Quinn is. So I was like, you know what? I have a better chance of shooting it and I won't be able to live with myself if I try passing it. And like it deflects off him or he intercepts it where it's like, you have such a great idea. You got to give it a chance. But and I remember I shot it. I was so pissed that it didn't go in that like, then he like kind of crept in front of me. I shoved him, but I was almost like worried that like, cause he was in an awkward position that if I shoved him too hard, like he was going to go into the boards
5
like awkward, like, yeah, like awkwardly. So like as I shoved him, I kind of like, oh shit. Like if I go too hard, like he's going in like a very dangerous position. And then all of a sudden I just felt his arm go around my head.
Just and a couple rabbit punches, body shots.
I just threw body shots galore. And I could just hear, So
you guys had to be dying laughing.
Honestly, we weren't laughing at all. Like it was just too big of a game that we weren't even laughing. But like after the fact, it was like, I don't even think we talked about it other than that text. It was just a part of the game. You know what's great? And I've noticed this with a lot of teams is end of the year, you're playing the same team twice in a row. So like I know it's not the result that you guys wanted, but you played Pittsburgh back to back, right?
Mm-hmm. We played
one at home and one on the road.
No, both on the road. Which was crazy.
Really? Okay. So you played both on the road, which, you know what, if you're going to go to Pitt and like have that schedule, you might as well just be in one city and like little playoff feel.
They got the boys buzzing right now in Pitt.
Yeah.
They were skating circles around us that first game for sure. I mean, obviously we're missing a bunch of guys and guys are battling their asses off, but I don't know, Crosby Malkin. I mean, Carlson's playing as good as
mm-hmm.
Man, he probably has really well. Like he's vintage right now. He's unreal. Yep. He was dancing against us. And I actually got into, as I know what you're going to ask me. You're going to ask me about mine and Crosby's little collision where I went flying. I actually thought too, like I saw was him going to the corner. We're down so late in the game, and I'm like, I'm not going to like take out my frustration on him in this position right now. But I definitely went in to go hit him. Yeah. And I bounced off Brady. He is so strong. Right in that moment when I got back to the bench, I'm like, holy shit, Matthew, like you got to work out very hard this summer. Like you have a long way to go.
Yeah,
So,
but I feel like he's just built so different that it's just like no matter how many K-box squats, how many goblet squats, how many lunges, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah,
how many trap bar deadlifts, nothing.
This is going to take years, but I will say, just obviously, like our childhood hero, one of our childhood heroes, and like just still some plays he made. He did a spinner on a backhand pass, like a vintage on his backhand. He's so sick. Malkin got one of those Crosby tip goals by the sideline. It's still really awesome seeing, those guys continue late into their 30s, almost 40 years old, like play as good as they are. Like they're incredible. They that rink, I got to give their fans too credit. Like they scored 9 and then 5 or 6. So 14 or 15 goals total, but they were so loud. That building was rocking. It's like how it was when I first came in the league when they won, their 2 cups in a row. So
you had a good scrap though.
That'll be I really had no choice. I did take out my frustration on a cross check, and then I looked to my right, and one of their defensemen are coming with their gloves off. So I'm like, when you were in a fight and you're like, I haven't been in one in so long, like this actually feels right. Yeah. That was really good. And then what didn't feel good was the old, I took one of the cheek later in the game. That didn't feel as good. But it did feel good seeing Benny come and stick up for me. But Benny's, I got to talk about Benny. He's had such a great year for our team, not like having our best year. He's been so good, like all year, and playing Olympics. Like he's been a busy man this year. I mean, he's played tons of minutes, and he's really, really played well. But like, talk about a guy you want to go to battle with each and every night. Like when he's in your corner, like fuck, like you've just got. You got a warrior with you. So he comes in there. He gives the old left, right.
Right. It wasn't even grab.
Is that a 1-2? Is that a 1-2?
It was just like the robo, like the just boom, boom. Like that little game. It was a 1-2. It was a 1-2.
Yeah, that's the boxing term, right?
1-2. Bang, twisted on it, turned on him.
That was almost a 1-3, a right hook. Yeah. But that was. I loved it, obviously.
Keep your chin tucked.
He knows that he's just a guy who's I mean, I know we're jumping ahead, but I can throw a Benny for my honorable mention wingman of the week for just his performance all year and last. I mean, we played 9 years together, Brady. Isn't that insane?
That's actually wild.
Like 9 out of 10 years or 8.5 out of 10 years. So he's obviously one of my best buddies, one of my favorite guys ever. And hopefully we can play the rest of our careers with each other down here because we
that'd be awesome.
Had a lot of success and have a lot of fun. So just want to make sure I got that point in there too. But yes, started off the week. If we're to talk about my team real quick, great win over you guys. Hell of a start from us. We're up 5 Cobb after 1. Benny actually made speaking of Benny, he made one of the sickest dishes to me ever. A little looking at the net, just boom, 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 right to me, backdoor tapping. So that one felt nice.
Which one was that?
I don't know. It was like the 6th or 7th goal. It was in the second period. 6th goal, maybe.
Yeah, I think you guys beat us 6.
He had a little deception. Swaggy threw it down. And then it was like me and him 2-on-1 at the net. And he looked like he was shooting, just slid it to me. Backdoor. Brady. It was literally like.
It was a 2-on-1.
Yeah, in front of the net. He made a sick pass.
Yeah.
Nice deception.
I was on the bench for that one. I was pretty sour.
No minus, huh? You're sour that I talked to that you were 6.
No, I mean, it's sour both. Like I was down 6. What was it? 6-2?
No, but it's all good. And then we had a big win over Boston, who we've played against 2 of the last 3 years in playoffs. Always good beating them. They're a really good team, though. I think they're gonna be a tough out in playoffs. They play really hard. Have a really good goalie, big team. Kind of just the traditional stuff in playoffs. And then we went to Pitt, and then we got skated circles around us for 6 periods, which sucked. But a few more here in the road, and then 3 more games on the road trip, and then 2 at home, and try to finish the season off strong. But let's maybe go news around the league a little bit too right now. Torts 3-0 or 2-0 or whatever. I think he's 2 or 3-0. Obviously, this episode's coming out in a few days from where we are right now. So 2 or 3-0 to start. Buzzing. New coach in the island. That's big news there. Pete DeBoer coming in. I know we've played a lot of. I think I've played like a few playoff series against his teams.
Always good teams.
I can't even remember.
Yeah,
but he always good teams. 7-0 in Game 7. That's like the craziest stat ever. Absolutely insane. But Islanders, crazy. Quater, what did you say the tweet was today?
Yeah, so today Emily Kaplan tweeted out like recent news with the Islanders, and she was asking about Matt Barzal. She was quoting him, and she said that Matt Barzal, like the news he heard about Torts like last 4 games, he was like, "That's crazy, like who knew?" And then this happened to us. It kind of caught us all off guard. So I think like for you guys too, like the last time a team did this and they went to the Cup was I think the '99 Devils. They fired.
I saw that.
They fired Rob Fedoruk for like 4 games left, top of the conference, and they go win the Cup. So now people are like, oh, well, is it Vegas and Islanders? And like people are maybe saying there's a trend. But I think for you guys, like maybe as a player, like 4 games left, like, does that affect things? Like constantly, you have a new coach, like all your systems, you kind of got into, 4 games left, you're in a routine. Like, what is it like as a player to go through that?
I can go real quick, Brady, just because I have 2 off the top of my mind of that happening to me. Bill Peters got fired, and we lost a few in a row early in the season, my 3rd or 4th year. And Jeff Ward, who's the assistant coach, came in, and Jeff was like, a guy who was like such a player's coach, and guys loved him and everything. And when he came in, it was more like guys just wanted to win, like for him, rather than us, like him coming in as first head coach opportunity. I think we won 7 or 8 in a row, like just by playing our balls off and just good things were happening. And it was kind of crazy. And then a couple years late, maybe 2 years after that, he gets fired. And then and Daryl Sutter comes in, and now, because we know the style of team that Daryl wants to play, like we kind of got away from it a little bit. We weren't playing as like hard and physical. We were trying to, pass the puck into the net. We just, whatever. And we know Daryl's coming in to like change it, working from scratch. Like we're going to be mucking it now. And I remember the first game, there were 2 fights, and like we were just playing physical and as hard as shit. And so I think when this happens for these 2 teams, like obviously everybody hates to see that. Like you never want that to happen ever. But there is a sense of everything goes back to zero. Like doesn't matter what you did up to that point. It's like everything's back to zero. And now you've got guys like pushing maybe for more ice time or different role or whatever the case is. So it really is a fresh start. It's just crazy that this has happened twice with 8 or games left or under. Like that's wild. But Vegas is 3-0 since, 2-3-0 since, and the Islanders still right there. That the East and the West, I gotta say, is some of the I wish we were in it right now. It's the most upsetting part because the race in the East and the West right now are so good. But I don't know, Brady, if you got anything else to add to that.
Yeah, I feel like, of course, it's a new trend with just 2 happening that in a very long time. I know we play the Island here in a couple days, so I'm excited to now play in one of the biggest games of the season at that point. And it's just so intriguing because, of course, like Matthew said, like I know I've played for a couple of coaches and I've had mid-season changes, and I know in my position, like you feel responsible and you wish you could have, done better for them. And because all those coaches, everybody's, whether you like them or not, they have an impact on creating us as individuals into who we are. And the relationships that you build, you always have that kind of forever. And you always learn something from, that particular coach that you can carry on for, the rest of your career, rest of your life. So you always feel responsible. But like Matthew said, I think the big thing is once there is a change, it's a full restart, almost have to prove it again. And I think that gives you, motivation individually, collectively, that it's like, I need to be at my best, kind of show that, not just I can handle this role or I can just help this team win. And I think it's a very important time of the year, especially for how crazy this, East is, that every game changes and guys are in, guys are out, and just how crucial these games are. And how a lot of teams are playing against one another. So I expect it to be even crazier for these last 5 games and see who comes out on top. Of course, I'm all in Ottawa, and I think we have some big games, but I know we're going to take care of some business, handle it. And I know we have some big games coming up, and I think our group is just so excited to be playing in that.
The one thing that's good for you guys too is I was looking, you guys hold the tiebreaker. So like to the fans that don't really know, so playoffs at the end of the year, the first tiebreaker is regulation wins. And then the second tiebreaker, so say Brady's tied with, just give me a team, Brady, that's in the race with you guys right now.
Like, let's say Philly.
Okay, so Philly, just for example. Say Brady and Philly because Philly's in third in Metro now. So let's just use the Islanders. Brady and the Islanders are tied. If Brady has 35 regulation wins, or if Ottawa has 35 regulation wins and the Islanders have 34, and they have the same amount of points, the Sens get in. So that's huge, and you guys have that advantage, which is very nice. The West, that is a whole different race right now. It's crazy how tight that is. Like every team like kind of still has a chance, maybe except for like Seattle, Chicago, and Van. But like that's
what's crazy is St. Louis is 4 points out.
I know. It's just it's absolutely insane.
But I feel like St. Louis, like just I'm using St. Louis as an example because obviously we have Robbie, but I just feel like they've been like it's been negative around their team, and like they traded some big guys, and like they expected to like kind of fall off the face of the earth. No, like it's the same thing as last year. They went on an absolute heater, but now they're 4 points out. Like they're still
in it.
They still have a chance.
I think that they have like the best record since Olympics. I could be totally making that up. I saw that somewhere, or one of the best.
No, I saw that they're top 5.
Should we do a little update on the old goalie fight action? We got another one. Thanks, Bob. Thanks for what you started, Bob.
Bob set a trend. I think Bob set the trend the most with you don't get kicked out. So I think goalies are now freely like doing it. As long as they're the first fight, they're back in. Like I think he set the trend in that way.
Like all of the guys that looked up to Bob, the Russian goalies that looked up to Bob too, are all fighting too. Vasilevsky, then Shesterkin. So
Shesterkin knew what he was doing too. I watched it.
I saw
Once he giving the left jabs, I was like, oh boy. Once I saw the jabs come out, I'm like, and Marky's a big guy.
Yeah,
big guy.
Marky's the best too. Great guy.
But once I just saw Shesterkin's form and like how he was jabbing, I'm like, okay, he has a little background in this. Like, I'd be careful.
Yes, I did hear that somebody on my team said that they read something that he has boxing coach, which is never good.
Yeah,
you never want
to go into that one cold turkey.
No, you want to run into somebody that's never chucked him before. Also, that can be scary too.
I think I'd rather take Vasilevsky as a lefty and have no idea versus have no idea this guy's got a boxing experience.
Vasilevsky looked like he was doing too.
The Russians, because I'm not like Zuby for the last couple of years done like kickboxing and boxing in the summer. And like I'm a big boxing in the summer for shoulders, like conditioning, cardio. But like Zuby was doing full punches and kicks. I'm like, I feel like it's just like a trend that it's a great workout part for not just for everybody, but like Zuby was all about it as well.
Do you know what Zub and Chris Tanev are the best in the NHL at? On the PK, when we're on the power play, jumping off the draw for the pick as the board D versus me, the board winger. It's just a battle. Like those are battles you don't need all night, but those two initiate it. So it's like, I'm always going against those two. I'm like, holy shit, here we go. Grind, win this battle for this loose puck.
Yeah. Barry Box.
I respect them. I respect them. Yeah. That's a hard D to play against.
Two elite players that change. Like I consider them to be elite because they change complexion of your team. And those guys are so committed and like will sacrifice whatever they got for the team.
I know we're getting into this later. I know we're getting into this later on in the show. We are going to be going over our picks for the awards this year. And I'm adding a different one. I was going to surprise you, but you bring up a great point. I'm calling it all right, I'll just ask you first. Who do you think like the best defensive defenseman of all time is?
Of all time.
like I know Dad said Nick Lidstrom, like with his stick, his gaps, and like skating, he was like the best. But he was also scoring 20 goals a year and getting 80 points.
Yeah,
so it's also.
I'm going with our generation. Just like Slav is up there.
Okay, well, don't give it away yet. Don't give away your pick yet. But we'll come up with a name.
I'm
for
thinking
it.
about it.
Maybe we could have the viewers come up with a name for it. But there's going to be a Norris Trophy winner.
Yeah.
But I think there should be
a defensive
award
for the
defensive defenseman, or like hardest D to play against. Like I don't know. But I've got a few names that definitely want to mention for that, because it is those guys are invaluable. Absolutely. I can think of my team right now, like guys like Mikkola and Forsey. Forsey might be number one in the league with that, Brady.
Yeah. I mean, but he doesn't get as much credit as good as he is offensively, because I feel like he's got that.
Do people not watch? Do they not have TVs?
I know, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you think of like Forsey, I feel like people are like, oh, he's a great defensive defenseman, like plays against the top guys, doesn't give much, but like he makes a ton of plays. I feel like every time he has it on top in the zone on the point, rip it a clapper,
it
has a chance. It has a chance
legit
every time.
Always love the indirect to his side, because he can get it off from everywhere and it's fucking bomb. And if it's,
as long as you're passing,
if you block, exactly. As long as you're passing it, because you don't want to be in front for that.
Yeah.
He's great. Well, we'll get into, talking about him later, but for the people that have watched the last few years, like he's
a beast. He's top. He's right up there with hardest to play against. Just one of the MVPs. Skating.
Yeah. Well, let's get into. I know we want to talk about like both playoff race a little bit. We got into the East with all the teams right there, but the West is not so beans right now. But one stat thing. Thank you for the stat that I'm about to read, Quater. But San Jose's in the hunt, and Celebrini has 47% of all San Jose's goals this season.
Who, Celebrini?
In 77 games. That is insane.
He's incredible. Like I love playing against that team. I love playing against him. He is such a beast.
I don't love playing against them anymore because of him. Like I know, but it's
like you're witnessing greatness every time.
Like you're saying, it's cool.
Like just love playing against them in that way of like this kid is going to dominate this league for the next 20 years. Like the fact when he doesn't get a point, they have 1 win and 19 losses. Like how insane is that?
Yeah, I mean that's
about driving the bus, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I know that every player in every away locker room saying the same thing as we have, because we've both seen it in our locker rooms. Like everybody's knows that this is a special talent, but I didn't realize that it was like 50% of the fucking goals. That is ridiculous. Quater,
that's insane.
What makes him like so special? Like, what's one thing you're like, that's what separates him from doing this? Because, at 19 years old, going to the Olympics, all this stuff, like, is there a moment maybe from you guys each that are like, hey, that's what separates his game?
I mean, his competitiveness, like, to me, like, it's not even like it dips from the start of the shift to the end of the shift. I feel like he's humming all shift. I mean, like, best way I could describe it, like, the impact that he's had now, the impact that he had at the Olympics. I mean, like, I didn't see it firsthand, but like just reminds you of like what Sid did right from the start, of like how dominant he was right from when he stepped foot in the league. And like you saw it last year with this kid, you see it this year. Like he's still a teenager and he has over 100 points. Like that's only one guy in this channel here on this platform has 100 points. Yeah. Just ask him. But like it's just impressive how he's able to do that, like with how much percent he's almost at half, like contributed on half of their goals. And I'd love to know the number. It's got to be like 200 something. Yeah. Like total goals.
Simple math. Yeah.
But like just the fact that he's at half is like, it's so impressive. And I mean, he's such a beast. He's such a beast. And that team is going to be a complete wagon for the next bunch of years.
Yeah. What I think's good with him is like everyone thinks like he's just really smart, great playmaker. Have you seen him shoot the puck? One of the best shots in the league. Mm-hmm. And then when he has the puck skating, he's one of the best skaters in the league, like through the neutral zone, drive in the middle. Like you notice these centers, like I can tell the biggest skill I could tell from a good center versus a great center is how they're able to move from one end to the other through the middle of the ice with speed, with the puck, the way they're able to dish it out, give and goes. Like we have 3 centers on our team that, skate so well through everybody does, but I noticed, especially Barkey, Benny, Lundy, like the way they skate with the puck. And you notice some of these top guys throughout the league, and he's right up there. And then you see him at the Olympics playing with McKinnon and McDavid, who are 2 of the best skaters in the league, and he's right there with them and finishing the plays, knowing the right spots to get him. Like it's not easy to do, play with those types of guys. So obviously all around, I mean, he's also playing, he's given every opportunity too. Like, what'd you say? He's playing almost 22 minutes a night. Like, fuck, that's pretty rare at that age. So it's pretty good. Also want to throw in a little fun fact to everybody out there playing against Sid. Speaking of comparison to Celebrini, he got a few points. Well, he had like 10 points in 2 games, but the second game after his first or second point, they announced in the Jumbotron that 21 straight seasons of a point per game or better. That is
special.
Insane.
That's insane.
Like,
who else is on that list?
No one.
One of one. One of one.
How many point per game seasons have you had in 7 or 8 years?
One.
Different players. But
no, I see more similarities than you think. No, that's 21 straight. Like that's like
insane.
It's probably right at point per game. It's like, it's a down year. It's like, like I hit it with 5 games left. Like, shit. Like,
yeah, he's probably hit them before like 25 games left.
Yeah. I mean, it's impressive that, and I don't see it stopping or slowing down anytime soon. So now I know he's a beast. He's a complete beast. But another big news from the Twitter account, Big Head Hockey, just came out ever since we talked about it.
Let me see.
The boot speed has risen. It has risen. Out of 704 players, you are 702 on the list. So there's 2 guys slower than you. You set a season high in top speed twice.
God. How the fuck do people find this? This is awesome.
No longer.
This is my new favorite. This is my new favorite account right here.
Hit a scorching 20.34 miles per hour in a game against Calgary.
All right, they could have let the scorching out of that.
Revenge.
And that was a back-to-back too. Shows them in great shape.
Yeah, so. That shows. You know what? The strength department. And just knowing what a player needs. This is the first year.
Strength department.
This is legit.
Strength department. Everybody. Thanks.
Sports science. You know what? Like, I have to give a shout out because back-to-backs have been like my kryptonite. Like my abs, I've never.
Come on, Jeremy. Figure it out, Jeremy.
I've never felt better this year in back-to-backs.
Fucking right, Jeremy.
So Jeremy, Johnny, Will, the boys, legends. Thank you.
I'll give a shout out to Joycey and Nate Dog Mitten for preparing us for the back-to-backs this year and the last couple of years. So you don't win championships without them, Brady. It takes a village. We always talk about it.
It really truly is a village, just in life.
So why don't we move on, Brady? Now that the boot speed's up, we don't have to get back. So actually, if I break it this year, we'll re-announce it. Fuck
yeah.
I got to start doing some more sprints. But let's get back to the goalie fights. And just fights in general.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go back to scrap science, what we used to do. We've gotten away from that a little bit. We have to be better. This is a good segment.
I think we haven't fought in a while, but now that we've both gotten into some tilts recently, like now we can start getting back.
Yeah, like we can't talk about it if we're not going to get in one. So
yeah, like we got to practice what we preach. I've heard
shout out to one of my best buddies, Luke Raditic, the Kenai River Brown Bears, a team he used to play for in the Knoll. They had a nice little scrap. If Quater, if you can run this video
up for us, that'd be great. Oh my God! Saturday.
And it was a goalie fight.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I didn't see this.
Oh my God! I love like the jumping jabs. Like, do you see the jumping jabs? Yes. What a tilt. Tilt.
Was that in Kenai or Anchorage? It's got to be a good rivalry in the Knoll. Shout out to Knoll. It's a good league.
It's a great league.
It is.
That was in Anchorage, and so I was going through the stat sheet. If you guys look at the amount of penalty minutes that each team had, the Wolverines had 45, the Brown Bears had 43. So it was
on that one play.
No. Out of this was like that of the entire game, but like the half of that, probably 3/4 of the penalty minutes come in the third period. So it was just like you just see penalty, game ejection, game ejection.
I love that.
My favorite game misconduct in the quotes: helmet removal. So nails.
Nails.
Shout out.
That's junior hockey right there.
Shout out to that's baseball. Shout out to Anchorage and Kenai. One of the better rivalries in sports, right there. Hey, Brady, the Anchorage Wolverines with Kenai River Rounders.
Like it was humming.
Yes, give them their flowers, boys. Love it. We love the jam. Goalie's way to lead. We'll say it right now: Drake Owens and Andrew McCloth. Hopefully, we're saying that right. But great job, fellas. Way to lead the team, and good luck the rest of the year. We everything junior hockey, especially.
Keep throwing bombs,
you guys trying to keep throwing bombs. Keep having fun. It's what it's all about. These are moments you guys and the rest of your team will talk about that game and that fight for the rest of your lives. So fucking love it. More of that to come. Speaking of junior hockey, Brady, the Dub, familiar-ish to me. I played in the OHL. Great league, way better than the Dub. Not even close, actually.
Yeah, Dub guys love the Dub. Like Cousins Ridley on our team. They always say we need more Dub guys on this team, and I play with both of them. So try to emulate like an older Dub player, just
like if you like Luch in Vancouver. You're a Luch for the Vancouver Giants. The shift.
I would love to watch a shift. I honestly would. Like that shift, and then just proceeds. We'll get to it.
We'll get to it. Maybe next episode. Maybe one episode. Here's what we'll do. We'll have him on at some point. I'll text him, or we can text him. We'll get him on at some point and talk about the shift. But
I love that.
Yeah, so we got Tyler Barr versus Jackson Feuder, Edmonton Oil Kings, who actually play at the same rink as the Oilers, and Saskatoon Blades. If you played in the Dub, what team would you play for, by the way? Not what player were you like? Like, where would you want to play? I heard that.
Yeah, I heard Kelowna is unbelievable.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Kelowna, or like, I know Rids played in Brandon, and I know Mark Stone played in Brandon. Just nice Manitoba, just the worst travel, tough travel, but that's the Dub. That's baseball.
That's baseball. The Dub. That's what it should start being called. Like baseball should now be. That's the Dub.
That's the Dub. That's truly. It's just the Dub. Just travel the Dub. But I heard Kelowna is unbelievable. So I gotta watch this fight though. I haven't seen it. This is a live reaction. Game 7 soon too, between these two teams. Linesmen are going to let him go. Oh, please tell me it's a captain fight too. Please tell me it's a captain fight.
I got to see if the guy in red's a captain.
A couple of big rights from Parr to start off, and uppercut from Feuder. Another right from Feuder.
I think it is.
Oh my God, nothing better than a captain fight. Oh, upper. Oh, no jersey thing too. Oh my God, that's just a professional. No, because it's not over his head. Look at the under. Look at the under and overs.
Yeah. This is the Dub.
Yeah, just this. Hold on. It's left. Oh my God.
He's got He's got my floor too.
Oh my God.
The guy in red's got my bucket.
That was an absolute tilt.
Wow. Good for the boys.
Just respect.
Am I going Feuder with the win on that one? I don't know. It was hell of a, that's a 2-title tie.
I mean, I think the only difference is that. It was Feuder when he was throwing rights and Barr was just taking it, but then he switched to the left. I'm like, all right, he's nails. Like he's been in a scrap. He's been in a scrap.
Let's give them a couple clicks too for going Game 7, the distance and the Dub. That's the Dub. Like that's
the Dub.
But good luck.
The Dub. That's B-dubs.
And good luck to that is B-dubs. That's
B-dubs.
Love B-dubs. And that is a reminder for me to give a shout out to London Knights and just, wishing them luck this year in playoffs. Go for it, boys. Add another member to the collection.
If you are still chugging huge energy drinks just to stay awake, you have to try Whip. Whip is a tiny caffeine pouch, no nicotine, no sugar, no calories, just clean energy. You just toss one in and you are locked in. No cans, no spills, no crash. They come in 100 milligrams and 200 milligrams. So you can go light like coffee or full on like an energy drink. My favorites are mint and orange citrus, but fruit punch and blue raspberry are money too. If you want to try it, use code Wingmen15 for 15% off at whip.com. That is Wingmen15 at whip.com for 15% off your order. How are my Shady Rays the same quality as the $200 sunglasses I used to buy? They feel just as good as the expensive brands I used to wear. But now I do not worry about them. I wear Shady Rays to the beach, on the course, at the pool, everywhere. If I drop them in the ocean, they replace them. If I knock them off the dock, they replace them. If I sit on them on day one, they replace them. That's thanks to their loss and broken protection. The shades are legit. Polarized lenses that cut the glare, clear vision, strong frames, simple, clean styles that look good with anything. They have over 300,000 5-star reviews and millions of people already wearing them. If you are outside all the time, on the water, in the sun, driving every day, get shades that actually work. We've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Go to shadyrays.com, use code WINGMEN for 40% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try them for yourself. The shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. For this week, Quater's questions. A little bit of a different way we're going to do this. We asked Quater, and Quater and I've kind of, we've all colluded about, this is the best way to do Quater's questions this week. We're going to go through the awards of the NHL since the regular season is wrapping up. And we're going to just throw in who we think should be winning the awards. So, Quater,
from a player's so we're going from a player's perspective, our opinion on what we think are the awards for this year. Quater, could you, if there's, I don't know if this is too quick, I don't know if you have it, could you say the winner of last year's just to get my mind spinning?
Oh, we got him.
I'm not prepared for this, and I'm just going to go off the cuff what I think, and I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, well, we'll start with first the Hart. So that's obviously the MVP of the leagues and of their team. So last year, Helly, Connor Hellebuyck.
Thanks, Helly. By the way,
thanks, Helly for my dream
today.
Yeah, he won that. And so for this year, the front runners could be Kucherov, McDavid, McKinnon. But what is your guys' pick for the Hart?
Brady, go ahead.
You know what? I'm going to go because, of course, McKinnon's got most goals, but, on a wagon of a team, and he's always in the running for that McDavid. Cooch has been absolutely humming second half. But I feel like most valuable players, like of course, the best in the league, but the best and putting their team in the best spot. I'm going with Celebrini. Just what he's done just to give that team a chance. And he's already at top 5 in points, top 4, I think he is. The fact that he's doing it at 19 and giving San Jose a fighting chance, he's my MVP.
Yeah, it's a hell of an answer. Some guys are having some just outrageous years, and it's too bad that there's only one award for these. 5 or 6 of them could probably win it. I don't know. Like you said, Hart Trophy is weird though, because it's not best player in the league. It's most valuable to their team. So best player in the league every year would be McDavid winning it. Let's be honest. That's just not the award. But I think if you take McDavid off of Edmonton, they're in trouble. You know what I mean? So he's definitely got to be up for the award, obviously. And then I have 4 names for 2 spots. So it would be McKinnon and Kucherov, just because they're having such great years. I think Kucherov has 60 points more than the next guy or something crazy. McKinnon's 50 goals, insane. But his team is so deep too that I think they would still be okay. They're so talented top to bottom. But he's had a monster however many years. So you got to throw him in the mix there. But 2 guys, Brady, you just named one of them. But one guy that I think has to be up for the award somehow in the final 3 is Schaefer.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got to be in there. He's so important to that team and really changed that whole team. So, but that's really, really, really tough.
So we basically can lock in our answer for the Calder, and that's Schaefer.
Yeah, that's auto.
Yeah,
that's auto. But fuck, 3 of those 5 guys up for the award. That's really tough, though. That's really tough. And then you throw in you even look at Quinn getting traded from Van to Mini, and how much better he made Mini with. So it's so hard. But those 5, let's just call those 5 and pick 3 of them.
Yeah.
But each one of them's got a great argument for why they are the most valuable to their team. I mean, are we
picking the winner or are we picking the top 3 here, brother?
Let's just go top 3. It's hard for us to pick the winner.
Yeah.
Or sure, you pick the winner. We'll just go winner. We'll go winner.
Yeah.
We'll go one. So who's yours? You said Celebrini?
I said Celebrini. I love that nickname. I think it's an all-time nickname.
Okay, I'll go. Oh my God. I'll say Schaefer or McDavid. I got to pick 2. I'm sorry.
You got to pick one. Come on. What are we doing here?
All right. I'll say Schaefer just because they went from not making the playoffs to being right there at first overall. That's hard. That's so hard. I mean, that's a toss up with those 2, but I'm just going to give him the benefit because he's defenseman. I'll say.
All right.
But if there was an award, let's just get this point across. If there was an award for best player in the league, McDavid won it every year. But that's just not what the Hart Trophy actually is.
Can you just land the plane here with your answer?
No, it's too hard.
I did start giving you one of these. Let's go.
Too hard.
Wrap this bitch up.
It's too hard.
Next question.
Thank you, Brady.
Yeah.
All right. So
I was about to do one of the.
Interested to see what the fans. We should put out a poll too of what the fans think because I'd love to see what they all think.
Probably think we're lunatics.
For sure. Those were great answers so far.
I'm very happy with my answer.
Yeah, speaking of this award, the Art Ross. So this goes to points, adding up math. Not a huge math podcast, but so this award's the player leads.
Was really good at math.
One of us was really we're geniuses over here.
Brady, I got an A every single year in math. You were an idiot.
No, I actually, it's crazy. People won't believe this. Shocked. But math was legit my shit. It was
really.
Brady, tell them.
I think my senior year, I took my math class. I think I finished with 115 extra credit. I was all about it.
Oh, you're an extra credit guy. Would mom and dad give tickets to the games? They used to do that all the time.
No, that was more grade school and middle school. But this is in Ann Arbor. Just
what about?
It's great.
Speaking of math, real quick, Brady, maybe tell Quater about the rookie parties yet.
Oh yeah, well. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. It's not putting anybody in a bad spot, but we just had a skit on the bus on our way to where we were going about, I think we had 4 rookies. So they just, they had to do a skit making fun of
a player on the team,
one of the guys on the team. And so all of a sudden, word for word, a guy starts just doing my whole spiel of the 150 and 50, the 66%. And then full word to word. I'm fuck. And everybody on the bus is what are they talking? What's this guy talking about? But obviously I got it. And I was you're a scumbag, but thank you for listening to the show.
That takes some balls for the rookie skit to go after the captain.
Give
it to him.
Go after this. What's
you have to go after the big dog.
Yeah, the snake. The
head of the snake.
The head of the snake, yeah. Gotta go after the head of the snake.
A lot of resi for whoever that was in the locker room. I love it. That's hilarious.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. Well, getting back to the trophies. So Art Ross awarded the player who leads the NHL in all points. Last year was Kucherov with 121. So currently right now, it's Connor McDavid with 126, Kucherov with 125, McKinnon with 122, Celebrini with 106. And it's tied for 5th.
So it's a 2-horse race. 2-horse race.
Yeah.
And then McDavid and Kucherov have the same amount of games left?
I believe so. Yes, they do.
Do you know this really it will be helpful if you could pull this up fast. If not, we could just tell you which one we think. But who do they play? Who has an
Kucherov plays us, so I'm going McDavid.
So Kucherov plays Buffalo, and Senators, the Canadiens, Bruins, Red Wings, and Rangers.
Okay, so that's a tough schedule.
My favorite Bruins.
Whoa. Love that video. That guy bagging the stick
tapping on the driveway.
And then what about McDavid?
And then McDavid has the Mammoth, Sharks, Kings, Avs, Canucks.
So I would say if the Lightning had a little bit of an easier schedule, I would take Kucherov because they would win a lot. And he always seems to get a nice empty netter at the end, which always add up too. So that would be hard to catch. But I think that McDavid's schedule is leaning a little bit towards him having some couple 4-point nights, and that's going to be hard to catch too. So I'm going to take McDavid on that one, but fuck, that's a lot of points for both those guys. That's incredible.
It's unbelievable. So then next award. So we're going, both of you going McDavid, picking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now for the Calder, we already said it earlier in the show. So
We
that's
said
rookie of the
Schaefer.
year. Rookie of the year.
Okay,
That's
what about you,
locked.
Crater? Crater, you got to give us yours too. So go Hart.
I think for Hart, I would go Schaefer because like the way he's changed not that team, I think the whole organization, like, yeah, I think you have to give credit to that. McDavid for the Art Ross, and then the Calder. So you said Schaefer is, you both said Schaefer, and I'm going in Schaefer as well. Is there anyone else that you would think that would be like a shy second or anything at all?
Demidov, he's a unbelievable player, and he's just so smooth, so silky. I feel like he just makes the right play every time, and it's hard to play against. Good on his edges, and I'd give him a second, and I just got to give credit where like just Schaefer just played against him once this year, and he's a beast, and same thing goes to Demidov. So
do you know what I feel bad for though, Brady? It's like I don't even know who will, like, normally every year you hear about the rookie race, and there's 10 guys, whatever, fighting over it at some point. It's just been Schaefer all year that, like, I don't even know who would even be like, it's got to be Demidov. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So like going back to like my rookie year, like all I was looking at was like, I was into the Calder race. Just be first team all rookie team. Get that bonus. Hey, get that bonus.
Do you think about that shit? You're a bad guy.
Get that 212 bonus. All right, let's spend it this summer.
I had a great rookie class my year. It was like Austin, Line, Werenski, Marner, Provorov, I think Aho. Like it was a great class. There was some Mac came in at the end, I think.
Yeah, I think my year it was Pedersen and Binnington, like all the way to the end. And then I think
that's crazy.
And then Dahlin. But like, you know how like Benner came in late, but then just took off. So it was like Petey was humming. And then it was just like Binnington just soared right in. Yeah,
Binnington led his team to a cup. Like he's got to win it that year. But I know they vote before playoffs, which is good. But okay. So we got our picks for that.
All right, now we got the Vezina award to the goaltender judged best at his position. So last year, Helly. Thank you, Helly. He won last year, and then some front runners, obviously, Vasilevsky, Sorokin, and Swayman. Who do you guys got?
Brady. Go ahead.
You know what's crazy is like, I know nothing about goalie stats.
Nothing about the position either. Like what makes
but like I like to think like in my position, if I were a goalie, I would actually like being a goalie. I feel like it'd be fun. Like just like I like doing it for Christmas skates, like just attacking angles. But all right, you got backdoor, but
you
just come soaring out.
5-hole ever.
Oh, it's the biggest 5-holes that you've ever imagined. Bad knees, bad hips going down there. Like I was sore after. So I know nothing about goaltending, the mindset of it. I'm just trying to think of teams who are like rock solid this year that have had, there's so many great goalies out there. Like just tremendous talent, skill set.
I think I'm going.
You gotta go first. I'm trying to think here.
I think just because I don't know if the Islanders are going to make playoffs or not, so that's just an easy one to keep out just for the sake of it. So now I've got down to 2. Vasilevsky, I don't know if he's won one yet, and that should be a crime because
that's
he is
crazy
consistently, or I don't know if he has or not, but he's consistently like in the top 3 every single year, whether it's a down year or a great year. Like he's in that mix. So I would say like, there's a handful of guys every year that you look at that are the top goalies in the league, and he's always up there. But I think I'm going to go Swayman just because I don't think a lot of people had Boston doing what they're doing right now. And he's been a huge reason why. And he's just playing all world right now. And if he's playing that way, I know we played against him in a playoffs a couple of years ago so we played them the year before where we beat them in 7, where they were an absolute wagon. And then the next year they were not as good. Like their forwards and defense were not as good, but he was unbelievable. So it almost was a harder series to play against them the next year. So I've seen what he can do in playoffs, and that's going to be a tough out for teams. So I'll go Swayman, fellow United States American gold medalist as well.
Yeah. I mean, Sway, great guy, great goalie, champ. So, no, I'm going to join the crew. I know nothing about goaltending. I just know that he's a hell of a guy.
So you're just picking up because you like him the best.
He's a hell of a guy.
All right, perfect. There you go.
Honestly, my Vestas, if it's not for our goalies in Ottawa, which love them, and I think they're great goalies. I mean, I'm going to go with Helly, Otter, and Sway.
Hell yeah. Throw Bob in there. Come on, Bob's a man too.
Bob's not my teammate.
I would say Bob every single year. Obviously, like the work I see him put in practice, like there's no goalie that I think works as hard, like literally in any position in the world.
You know who does? And I've heard it from where he's at now, Anton Forsberg. Like, really? I would make fun of him. Not make fun of him because like you can't make fun of a guy who works his absolute sack off. But like his warm-ups were full-on workouts. I'm like, it's impressive, like the consistency, the professionalism of doing it every day.
Heard he's a beauty too.
Absolute legend.
Yeah,
absolute legend.
That's what Forsey Gusev
says.
Great
guy, great man.
But yeah, we can't give it to Bob, unfortunately, because we're not in playoffs, and these awards go to teams that are only in playoffs.
We have to be like. Actually, we're always go with our own teammates.
We can't be homers with it the whole time, We support,
we're fully believe in them, but for the sake of it.
Yeah.
For the sake of the argument.
What we should be doing is what we talked about at the beginning is we can't name our own guys. That's what we've just gotta.
Yeah. I'll go.
Unfortunately, we can't name our teammates because the Selke, I would say Barkey should win it, and he didn't play a game this year.
Yeah, that's facts.
I'll go Vasilevsky on this one, and then we'll move on to the Norris. So that's awarded to the best defenseman in the league. Last year was Cale Makar. This year, Werenski, Bouchard, and Cale. Who do you guys have?
I mean, I'm going off like the front runners here. I'm just going with like my top three, and I'll pick one is Werenski, Quinn. I mean, Makar is such a beast. But I'm throwing Sandy right up there. I think Sandy's a beast, and
we just talked about not being homers and picking our teammates.
I know,
we literally just talked about that.
We literally just talked rules. Okay, just honorable mention. I'll keep honorable mention. Z, Quinn, Makar.
It's those three. It's Z Makar, and Quinn.
Neck and neck. I don't know.
Can you go first, Quater? Who you would pick to help me think about this?
I think this is the argument where it comes into like offensive defensemen and like defensive defensemen. I think it gets tricky. Like you wanted that award, like because what Quinn has done with the 60 assists, but then like what Werenski's done, I think he's over 20 goals, and he's just been unreal for Blue Jackets making a wild card push. But I think I'll give it to Quinn because of the impact he had on the Wild and going through a trade midseason and still being able to do that.
So hard to do midseason, I'm sure, and keep up your pace. Yeah, I'm gonna say Werenski because I could also throw in Z for the Hart too, because he's like that team runs through Z. Like he is that squad. And I love him as a player, and I love him as a teammate for Team USA, and I loved his assist in overtime. So thank you, Z.
Thank you, Z.
Jackie,
my boy. I mean, I'm giving it. I mean, I love Quinn. Huge. The biggest goal that nobody will ever talk about. Massive. I gotta go with Jackie, my boy. Like Z is a complete goat, and he's just like Matthew said, not just what he's doing for.
How do you not pick your boy Quinn?
Because we got no scrum. We're in a bad spot in our relationship. Like he's dead to me right now.
He's the best.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I love texting him the video right after, and he was like, I thought that was so funny. I was crying laughing.
Yeah. It's like, Quinn's already won the North, so I'm like, spread the wealth. No, I think Nah, I'm going with Z, Jackie, my boy. My boy. And he deserves it. He's such a beast. And I loved being his locker mate at the Olympics. Like, I didn't realize. And I can't believe he picked up on it. But when, daddy's a little fatigued in the morning sometimes, I tie my skates, resting my chin on my knee. And I'm just like, I don't have the energy to stay upright. Hold
yourself up.
Just slump down and tuck my chin at all times. So, and he pointed it out. And now I think about it every time I tie my skates.
All right, we're moving on. So Selke, best defensive forward last year. Your teammate Barkov won it. Who do you have it for this year, guys?
I am going between two players that the reason why I'm throwing these two in there, one, because I played with them and saw it firsthand, but another reason is Barkov in the last 3 years in playoffs talked about how these two were two of the hardest guys he's had to, face in a playoff series. And that's Ikes and Amats. Just because of how good they are, Austin Matthews and Jack Eichel, just because of how good they are at both ends of the ice, offensively dynamic, but defensively, just as elite, but it's probably really underrated. And then we got to see that at the Olympics. So I think Selke goes to the best defensive forward, but you still got to be really good offensively too. You know what I mean? You can't just give it to a centerman who goes out there for draws, So, I've noticed that Ikes and Austin are elite in that, very, very, very good. One guy too who's really good, Brady, is Jordan Staal in Carolina.
That was going to be my.
He's really good as well. Yeah. But this is one of those that I can't give you one. I want to throw in Stoney too, Brady, for a non-center. He's always right up there too.
You know who an honorable mention? I'm a homer, but I think Matthew would agree with me. Is Shane Pinto. I think he is an elite defensive forward and has 20 goals too. So I know I'm a homer, but I see it firdhand too. What he does.
Lundell's going to be right up there in a few years, baby.
Yeah, there's so many, two guys right now that I don't think got one vote on that list is just right here. So I know I do want to get one vote. I want to get at least one vote as a Selke.
It's like what Dad used to tell me. I'll have a better chance of winning the Norris than winning the Selke, or what's the one where you don't take penalty, but it's the Lady Big. He's like, I never want you to win that award. Yeah. Oh, fuck. He's got some of the best one-liners of all time. But yeah, he said, I'll never sniff a Selke. Or no, I'll have a better chance of winning a Norris than a Selke or whatever it is. Lady Big.
That's hilarious.
So Brady, what was your final pick?
I'm going to go Jordan Staal. I know I'm going to go. I mean, I agree with Matthew, Ikes, Amats, Stoney, but I just played Carolina and he wasn't playing. And I feel like the last 5 years, both home and away, I've always played against him. And it's an absolute grind right from that puck drop, because we're usually taking faceoffs against one another to all shift. And we always have good battles. And, so I'm going to go with him. Just the way matchup, it's always a grind, but those are always the fun grinds.
And I'll say confirmed Ikes because of him being defensively responsible for his two idiot line mates at the Olympics.
Yeah.
All right. And now last one, Jack Adams Award. This goes to the Coach of the Year. Last year, Spencer Carberry won it from the Capitals. Who do you guys have?
So I think it's hard just because we're not in locker rooms and you can't tell by watching, you know what I mean? You could tell what players are buzzing. You see the stat sheet, you see if they're physical or whatever. So I'll just go off word of mouth on what players say, or this guy's unreal or what a great guy to play for. And I don't think I've ever heard a bad word and guys just absolutely love playing for him is Rick Tocchet. So
you stole mine. I legit was going to say exactly the same thing. And I'm just going to agree with them. And now they're back in the playoff race. So I'm going with Talk as well. I had to interrupt it because I knew I just had to get it out there. Not a copycat. I was legit going to say him as well.
And I
let you finish all the points.
And I will say was golfing with Dad the other day, and we were talking about Coach Quinville, and he said that he's the best coach he ever had as a player too. So I know my dad was saying that he, for him to get Anaheim back in the in the playoffs too. Like, I'm sure he's got to be up there as well.
All right. Well, I guess we'll find out if you guys are right. We're definitely going to come back to this in results
What about
once
yours?
the awards.
What's your Selke and what's your coach?
Selke, I would probably give it to Eichel as well. Then coach would be Lindy Ruff. Like what he did with Buffalo, came in. People said it was, around the league, people were like weird hire. And then kind of like within 2 years, now Buffalo's love to see that place buzzing and packed. Like I want them to do well. So Lindy
That
Ruff
place,
for me.
I guess, is on fire in home games right now.
Yeah.
Sabres Mafia. It's no Bills Mafia right now. It's Sabres Mafia. Brady, it's time for an unreal segment. Bridesmaid of the week. Take it away. Who's yours?
You know what? It's been raining the last couple days here. It's just driving to the rink and in the mornings, waking up, having a cough and just chilling. And I'm starting to lose my mind in the morning at 7:30 on the highway when it's raining, but it's not freezing. And I see the left lane is slow as shit. And I get so flustered by that like even like, okay, sunny day, people go like on the left lane, like they move, like people for some reason get so stubborn when the rain's out. Like they're looking after you of like, I'm going to go slow and not move over. So you slow down. I'm like, well, I know how to drive. So get out of the left lane. So those individuals that flustered me every morning, they're my bridesmaid of the week. They just have a little respect and decency. Just move over.
Not at the start of the morning, too,
Yeah, like we're all got places to be. I got to go get a coffee. I got to get some eggs. I got to go get some treatsy. And like, I just got things on the go. And there go people going to work. People got things to do. Like, please, just let's all get there in an orderly fashion at our own pace. And my pace is at a good pace. So those are my bridesmaids of the week. Matthew, what's yours?
I'm not a big shopper. I'm not really into like the Whole Foods Act. I'm a big Uber Eats guy, one of the biggest. What about the people that leave their stroller, like the pushing things, the carts, when they don't put it back where the carts belong, and then you have to grab yours and theirs and do it for them?
It's
that's just gutless.
No, that's just scummy.
So scummy.
Especially when they have it like a parking lane. Like I feel like that like is just selfish because somebody's about to turn in, all of a sudden there's just carts laying there or being there. It's just like, well, I can't fucking park here, and there's a scumbag that left it here purposely. So yeah, I can attest that. I mean, that shit doesn't happen at seated table. That's facts. It would never happen at that operation.
One of the craziest operations.
No, it's the most elite operation I've ever. It's right up there with SEAL teams. It's right up there.
What did you drink? What did you have for beverage at seated table?
I don't even think I had a drink, honestly.
Yeah, but you could have had a sangria. You could have had
a margarita. I could have had
glass
a whiskey.
of rouge.
I could have had a whiskey Coke. I could have had a Pinot Noir. I could have had, wine from
you could
anywhere
have
in the
world. The wine in the bag, the slap in the bag, like in college.
Yeah. Like COVID.
But yeah, that place is an elite operation. That would never happen there. And if somebody would see somebody do it there, they'd call them right out because it's a great establishment. But
it's an elite operation.
Okay, Wingman of the week, Brady. Now we're in the best segment, the final segment, the one that this is why we do what we do, best segment in podcast in sports and podcast sports right now. Who is your Wingman of the week?
I mean, this is such a big week. Good things have happened. Good things are to come. I got to go with the people at Augusta.
I knew you were going to do that. So I can see you look at the thing.
I wish I didn't laugh.
I knew, but I could see the wheels spinning. Okay. I gotta say it. I gotta say it, Brady. So for this week's Wingman of the Week, Brady had a tough time coming up with his. So I wrote mine down on the sheet in front of it, the cheat sheet. And he just completely fucked me by taking mine. Mine was the great folks at Augusta National and the course itself. They are my Wingman of the week. Brady, I'll go on a little rant here about what that tournament means. It's always one of the greatest things about playing in the NHL are the pools. the Masters pool. In years past, we've done a PGA pool, March Madness pool. We even played so far the last 3 years, we did a US Open pool. So those golf pools, because everybody that plays hockey is a huge golf fan. And Masters weekend always is the end of regular season and then basically going into playoffs. So this is always a great time of the year. Can't wait to see the course. Just shout out, Wingman of the Week, Augusta National, and the fine folks of Augusta, Georgia. Dad's been there before. Obviously, we haven't with the schedule. He said it's just special. He hasn't played there, but like just gone there on Masters Week, I think, for a few practice rounds to watch and to booze. Place looks unfucking real. He said, which I thought was very interesting. I mean, you can kind of tell on TV, but he's like, you have no idea how the elevation changes there.
Yeah.
Like from a tee to a green and just walking. He said it's the hardest walking course he's ever been to in his life. He wasn't even playing. So shout out that. Probably, what would you say your top 3 sporting events or like weekends are? Can we go top 3 or is that too hard? Because mine would be
that
first.
Might be hard. I want you to go first, but I know my first one is.
Well, we can't say hockey.
The gold. I was like the gold medal game in Milan.
Oh, well,
yeah. No. I say top 3 sporting events. You go first.
Just non-hockey related. Yeah. I'm going first weekend of March Madness 3, Super Bowl 2, and then Masters number 1.
Yeah.
That's like literally that's how much I love watching golf this weekend.
Yeah. I mean, we can easily say Masters and Super Bowl, I mean, are the 2 biggest spectacles. I think my
Derby,
third one,
Kentucky Derby.
I mean, you've been there. I haven't been to the Derby before, so I can't.
Fucking unreal. I can't believe
I've been to Cahokia before for that one, and that was fun.
I'm actually taking out, because of what I witnessed at my Kentucky Derby experience. That should be number 1 actually, but I'll kick out Super Bowl at number 2. I'll go March Madness first weekend, Kentucky Derby, Masters. My 3 favorite. Not even close either. Super Bowl I just said because it's a Super Bowl.
Yeah. I mean, Super Bowl is fun because you're always having a team party.
Nice soiree.
Yeah, nice shindig. You kind of put me on the spot here because World Series is fun because that's at the start of your season. I know the guys are paying attention to that this year with the Blue Jays playing. You know what? I think like a fight week in UFC is like a really neat week because we don't get to see the ins and outs of like their preparation, their sparring sessions, but like the fact that they got to still work out, cut so much weight, weigh in, and then put it all back on, and then they're just preparing to die. Like that's just the mindset of UFC is like that's got to be an insane week. And I remember how excited we were for when we went to McGregor versus Poirier, the third fight, like how fired up we were that whole week. Mm-hmm. That was insane. I just couldn't imagine being in that position. So I'll throw that in there. But we got to get to my wingman. Mm-hmm. We do. And you know what? And I told myself I'd never do this, but I'm doing it. It's going to be more than one because I can't justify one person because all of these guys have stepped up in just the most amount of ways. And the most amount of ways is babysitting Ryder at the rink when I get busy. And this list is a lot. There's just a lot of pass. You got him. Watch. And just all he does is goes and sees all the pictures of the guys in the room. Dad, points out dad, wants to go to the ice. The Zamboni went on his first ever Zamboni ride together, which was fun. But I got to go with, the equipment guys. Johnny, Al, Coxie, Brom, B-Rad, Benny. Like they're all goats. They all
Brom's in his element, babysitting there. He loves that shit.
He's the absolute. That's why I said I can't pick one.
He's got to be the best one. Let's give him come on. He's got.
I got to give him the flowers. Just because he took some great pictures and videos of Ryder and I in the Zamboni, and was out there, and Ryder loved it. And what I've learned is Ryder is a great tradition that slowly started. I don't even know if you know this tradition. So after from the family room, you know how we meet in between our rooms after games?
Mm-hmm.
So you walk past our room to the penalty box sides. That's where the families go for warm-ups. And after every warm-up, they come back, and Ryder, he's been in the rink so much that he walks by the gym. He just wants to book it in there. He's got a stick in there, go crazy. Then wants to go by the rink. Here's like the guys talking, wants to go in there, and he's just saying dead. So he sees either Johnny, Al, Brom, or the boys and just claps, puts his arms up like, pick me up now, sir, please. And so one of them picks him up, walks him out our tunnel to the bench, and watches Zamboni clean the ice. And then
after warmups before the first period?
Yep. After warmups before the first period, they grab him, bring him to the bench. He watches the Zambonis, and then like for a couple minutes, and then Emma takes him to go up. I'm like, what a great tradition.
What a great crew of, crew of people. What a great crew.
It's like, hey, Johnny, am I doing my skates? No, he's actually at the bench with Ryder. So, so my apologies to the boys, but that's a very neat tradition that I know Ryder won't remember.
But you will.
This young, but he will, and I think he'll appreciate it.
Solid.
So there's my wingman. There's plenty. There's too much.
Shout out to. So let's go over that one more time. Wingmen, mine. Augusta National Golf Club. Bravo. And then
Elite.
Brady's Babysitters at the Canadian Tire Center.
Yeah.
Out there.
And my wingman of the week are Ryder's Babysitters.
Yeah.
The equipment staff, the best in the league.
Dialed.
Well, that wraps up our episode. Check out the show every Wednesday.
Watch and subscribe on YouTube to the Wingman channel and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
And thank you to our amazing production crew, and thank you to everyone for tuning in.
GOATs, best crew in the league.